All right, hello, Key Biscayne. It is Wednesday. No, it's Monday, October 14th, 2019. And this is the No One's Listening Show, episode 162. I'm your host, Rafa, and I'm here with the excellent panel. To my left is Nick.
Hey, everybody.
To his left, and it's her birthday. It's Emily. Happy birthday.
Hey there.
To her left is the always amazing Lenny.
Hey guys, happy
cool
birthday,
outfit,
Emily.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you. You like it?
Outfit, yeah.
Right? It's like a little pajama kind of outfit. Very comfy. It's like a onesie.
All right. How you guys doing? How's your weekend go? Because that's what we're talking about right now. And I want to hear all about it. I see you guys are a little bit sleepy today. It's fine. I'm sleepy too.
Well,
I'm going to wake up in a second.
Should I start about my weekend?
Sure.
My weekend started last week. No, it's been one whole week and week. No, honestly, my highlight of my weekend was Bianca's birthday party that she had at what's the name of the place?
Jada Cole's.
Jada Cole's that I've never been to.
Ooh, what a great spot.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Great dive.
You told me we're at Baby Jane's. I thought that's what I told her.
Oh my god.
I
That
didn't know if
changes
place,
the
I remember
whole
it had
thing.
a low roof. And is that normally a karaoke bar, or is that what is a special?
I've done karaoke there,
It's every
yeah.
Saturday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the first time I've ever been there. And by the way, 3 of us were there. Emily, we miss you.
Thank you.
And it was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of great singing by my sister. And the rest, I don't know what else happened.
Well, you're not including me in the great singing part because I never got any feedback. I honestly don't remember. It's one of those you're focused on the words, and it kind of helps because having to remember words and sing, the remembering words part takes up a lot of that, and so you're just zoned into the words. I know I looked up at one point. I know for a fact Tom wasn't paying attention. You know,
You didn't make an
he was
impression.
off butterflying around like he does, just completely not paying attention. So I don't know. I never got any feedback.
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
It wasn't terrible. No.
This is interesting because Sunday morning he was like, I crushed karaoke. I was great. And ever since then, every couple hours, he's like backing off of the arrogance. I'm not sure how I did.
Sing, Nick?
You don't even say it into Weezer. I thought it was a pretty.
no, that's a good pick.
Yeah. I thought I was like slamming on the beat. My knee, my knee hurt the next day. I was really getting into it.
I missed it. And I sang, but I always go to the same go-to, and I'm terrible, but I don't care. I'm having
What did
fun.
you sing? I didn't see it.
Exactly. It was Bon Jovi, Dead or Alive,
Oh, man.
with another dude. That's why I can barely talk right now.
So I sung too. It was absolutely horrible. Just really, really bad.
Yeah, you were.
And I sang a song that nobody knew. I don't know what I was thinking. I have a list on my phone that's karaoke songs that I just write to myself after singing a bad song, and I'm like, wait, this one will be good for next time. And that was on the top of my list. It was a song called As I Lay Me Down by Sophie B. Hawkins.
Oh my God.
It's an old cheesy 90s
I know that song. That's
And-
my
Is that the same one that
generation.
did damn, I wish I was your lover.
Yes,
think
Sophie.
it-
Wow.
Nice. You see, that was a little taste of my karaoke voice.
Maybe you should have sang that song instead.
Yeah, that would have been good too. Anyway, I totally bombed it. And then I tried to go up again to sing Possum Kingdom by the Toadies, that old Zeta banger.
I didn't even see that either.
And they never called me up before I
Oh,
went
okay,
home.
good. They're like, maybe we
Yeah.
shouldn't have him come up again.
This is pretty niche karaoke, you gotta say.
I was shocked by the size of the book.
Yeah.
And your sister, Mel, she's flipping
Yeah.
through the book. She's like, oh, we don't have any Spanish songs.
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of hard to believe. So I went back and said, do you have any Spanish songs anywhere?
It's a whole other
Guy
book.
whips a whole other book. That's why it's thick.
And anyway, the place is cool. It's really small and really neat, and they only do karaoke on Saturdays, and then they have bands and other stuff other days, is what I heard. But that was a new place for me to find, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the drinks are reasonably
Reasonable.
priced.
Yeah.
And then they have a pool table outside too. And it's really relaxed kind of place.
Yeah. The only thing, though, getting my vodka, it's definitely not a Key Biscayne Yacht Club pour. I feel like I was going through those like every 5 seconds. I'm like, can I get another drink?
Really?
Like, yes, it wasn't enough. Yeah. Do you not notice that?
I guess not, because I don't really
Well,
get drinks at the yacht club.
Yeah, you do.
That's what. Is it straight up though? Are they putting too much mixer? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it was like too much like club soda, not enough vodka.
You just get it on the rocks, and then you know exactly what's
Those are
going in there.
Regular
Exactly.
bar pours, I guess.
Yeah. That's the only thing. So, but it was a blast.
It was.
I loved it.
Good times. What did
Yeah.
we do last weekend? Anything? I don't remember. I don't know why I brought it up if I don't have anything to say about it.
We had the UM game on Friday. They finally got one.
Ooh,
so that
that's
was probably
right.
worth mentioning Go Canes 17-9, I think, against Virginia. So
Yay.
yeah, that was worth
Good.
going to. Yeah, those are always fun. Got to run into a bunch of different kinds of family members, cousins I haven't seen in a while. And it's super fun. You're in the hallways. Everybody's a little tipsy by the end of the game. Well, like, you're not kind of like that sobered up by the end of the game. So they stop serving, I think after halftime.
I'm still waiting for my invite. Nick.
To a UM game, yeah.
To UM game, out on your boat.
Yeah.
Nick, how about all the things? I walked your dog for a week. I mean, really? You owe me.
Someone sent me a video today of a news broadcast of the first day they started selling beer at the Orange Bowl. It was in 1979, and people are like, "Is there going to be enough beer? Is it going to be cold?" And people are like concerned that there's not going to be.
Funny.
Before that, there was no beer sold. People would
that's
just
weird.
take in their own beers.
Oh, wow. That would be
Yeah.
cool, too. Interesting.
Yeah.
Were you even born then?
No, I was not.
I was 10. Oh, I was 11.
You weren't born either, right, Len?
Yeah. I was there drinking the beer.
All right. Oh shit.
What?
Because for the next segment is what are you listening to? But I'm not listening. I didn't have.
I have something.
Okay, perfect.
I'm ready.
Let me check through my phone and remind myself. What
I'm
I'm
listening to something if I can find it. Sorry. Hold on. I had it queued up and then I lost it. All right, ready. I've been listening to, this is an oldie, and it's kind of cheesy, but it's not as cheesy as Rafa's music, but it's cheesy. And it's Aaron Neville, and it's Tell It Like It Is. Hold on. I love this song.
Something to play with it.
Rafa,
Nice.
this is right up your alley, Rafa.
Live. I love it.
Isn't it great? Anyway, that's my listening song. I love
Say it
Aaron
again?
Neville.
Tell the people the title and.
Aaron Neville, and it's Tell It Like It Is.
All right.
So good.
Okay, I found the song that I was listening
go.
to. But I don't think I'm going to be able to fast forward to the part, so it's going to sound bad. There's this guy, his name's Alex G. And then his name in parentheses, Sandy. I don't know. But kind of popular. He just released an album. It was called...
We're going back to the 90s again?
No, we're in 2019.
Okay. Oh,
it's called
good.
House of Sugar.
Good.
And the song's called Gretel. And it sounds a little something like this. I hope it sounds all right.
Interesting.
That's it.
Cool.
Alex G, Gretel. Check it out.
Yesterday was really much more of a Netflix day for me. I watched El Camino, the Breaking Bad
Documentary thing.
that came out there.
How was it?
I don't.
That was pretty
Oh wait,
pretty
it's a
good.
movie.
It's a movie, yeah. But you know, when you made me think about it, if I had to pick one up, it'd have to be some Bill Withers. Feel pretty used up.
Oh, I like this one. I like this song.
Yeah.
It's like funky. What's it called?
Bill Withers.
And then-
Use Me.
Okay, love it.
Used up.
Very cool.
Nice little pick.
Yes. That's a fun one.
So I never quite got to have a moment with George Michael. So I'm now having my moment with him this summer. And the classic Freedom has been on repeat.
That's, oh my God, this is
It's
me in
awesome.
college. Dude, this is like, this was on disc number 3, and it was awesome.
You can't not bop to this, you know?
It's great. And this video, by the way, do you not remember this video?
It's like a concert, right?
Yeah, he had all the models, every single model.
No, I don't remember.
Oh
it.
my God,
I remember
look it
the
up.
album cover.
Every single model, like famous model, yeah. You got to look at the video of that. It was really, really, really cool. Very nice.
What a beautiful
Nice.
Oh, I love him. That's the best. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Nice picks.
Yeah, Rafa's, yours was a little...
You guys never like my picks because they're like new. They're new, and so nobody likes new music.
No,
except-
last week you had the 90s old stuff that I liked. It was good.
Did I?
Well, the last
Yeah.
one, no, he was talking about Goon. The last.
Oh, yeah, I was
last
talking
one.
about
Was it? Oh, no, then it was the last one. It was the last one.
These are all recent. I
right.
listen mostly to WVUM and new music. So, yeah, I'm always listening to like new tracks. I
Good.
don't know.
You're teaching
I'm
me.
done being nostalgic.
Where do you?
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
How do you find the new tracks?
WVUM 90.5 FM, the University of Miami
okay.
radio
Yeah, I
station.
have them on there.
They play a great rotation of always new stuff and like more rock kind of. I mean, sometimes they play hip hop too, and they play electronic music, but a little less. And I don't know. I used to be just like everybody else. I only like the old stuff. You get after 20, you're like, I never listened to
Like the
another
Rolling
new
Stones
song
and the
again.
Dead? Where's Manny?
Exactly. But then I don't remember when I was. It was like maybe when I was like 27 or 28. I was like, this is not good. I don't want to be that guy. And
You don't want to be Manny? I mean, wow, Rafa. It's not nice.
And I got the kick again for listening to new music.
That's cool. I like new music too, by the way. I do like new music.
I know you go to shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. I like it.
So you go to Spotify and they
recommend stuff too. Yeah, exactly.
Daily, sometimes you get some good stuff. And
really?
sometimes you're like a minute into a song and it's like, what am I listening to?
Yeah, right. You're like, next.
I have to make a plug for the Spotify playlist Yacht Rock and Yacht Rock 2.0. It's out of this world.
I love
and
Yacht
really
Rock.
translates to a bunch of different scenarios. So use it liberally.
So
I love Yacht Rock.
So that's hilarious because we do like internet radio, and I do it at the other station, which is called Jolt Radio. It's only online. I don't know. I started browsing online radio stations, and there's this website called radio.garden. It shows you the globe, just like a kind of Google Earth globe, and you can go to anywhere in any city and see all their radio stations.
Oh, cool.
And it plays them live for you from FM to, as long as the
that's cool.
FM stream is there. Cool. And so I go around the world like looking for radio stations, right? But first thing I did was like, let me see what's available in Miami. And there's a station called Yacht Rock Miami or something like that. Or like,
yes.
And I have it on my presets. And I know exactly what you're talking. It's like Rod Stewart and
awesome.
Steely Dan. And
a little bit of everything.
Are they hiring?
I think it's
really
like
cool.
two guys out of a basement. But,
They might need a third.
but that vibe, yeah, it's a pleasant vibe.
It's good boat music.
Yeah.
It's Griff tunes. That's like
Griff, I love
That's
him.
like a total Griff.
Oh, you got to
vibe.
tell. Are we going to talk about that now? The Griff story?
Oh, do we have a Griff
I
story?
mean, you're the one who told me about it. About the.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay.
This is a good story. So Griff, do you guys know Griff? Jonathan?
I know Griff. I don't think Emily's
No.
met Griff yet.
Mm-mm.
Yo,
Griff
he's
used to be
awesome.
on this show until he called it quits because he's a little pussy. But he's a great guy. And the other day we were on the boat, and I wasn't even. It was before I got there. We were at the yacht club, and we were waiting. He was docked up, and somehow he dropped his cup. This fill-a-bag cup. Do you guys know about fill-a-bag?
No.
This is Manny's initiative to. They put out these buckets on the beach so that people can collect trash on the beach and then throw it away. So it's like these nice little posts that anybody can grab a bucket, fill stuff up. It's just an easy way to like do beach cleanup on your own time. Anyway, long story short, Manny asked us to buy these cups. Well, he said he had them. They're nice cups. They're insulated, all this stuff. But Griff drops it in the water, and he starts cursing fill-a-bag.
Because
like,
it
horrible
sank.
cups. These cups should float. Why don't they float?
It sank to the bottom of the marina, and he is not happy.
And so I was like, Griff, man, I don't know that many cups float, you know? He's like, those Tervis tumblers float. I'm like, okay, maybe those because they have like a little air gap in them, you know?
Right.
But so we tried all these popular cups, the Yetis and the Arctics and stuff like that. All that stuff sinks to the ground too. So,
Did he recant? Did he take it back, or did he hold on to that? He held on to the grudge.
He's mad.
I mean, it's got to be retrievable if he really wanted it that bad.
He said the cup's expensive. That's the thing.
We'll go after it. It's a marina.
I know. It was right there. He could have jumped in. Of course, he's not going to. But
Ew.
have you ever lost something there? You lose a pair of glasses and you jump down there.
You're
and
never going to find
them.
it. It is a mucky mess.
Yeah.
So
maybe the
nope.
cup.
The
It's
glasses,
a little bigger.
and you feel like every second, like you're underneath the water searching, like this thing's just getting further and
Yeah,
further away from me. This is terrible. Oh my god! And the panic strikes in. Those are $200 glasses.
Yeah.
You know how many cell phones I locked
That's why I
in
don't
there?
do that
Forget
anymore.
it. It's gone. And I'm like, I'm not getting in there. I don't care. Bye. And then lemon. There's lots of stuff in there. I don't want to go in there.
The lemon shark. That's gonna be your number one fear of going
That's
in there.
lemon shark.
Anyway, long story short,
Tip.
you should. The cups are fine if you want to
Manny,
fill a bag cup.
Give him another cup. Give him a discount. Give him a discount,
You
pobrecito.
can't just set the precedence to give a cup to everybody that loses.
No.
Right?
It's gonna be the
Excellent.
grip.
Maybe
The
we should
grip,
get him like
the grip
a
precedence.
holder.
Can't do it.
Yeah, maybe just like a neck holder, cup holder for him or something.
Ooh, like a croaky for a cup.
Yeah, you go. Croaky for a cup.
Sell a
But it's made
floaty.
out of plastic. Forget
TM, registered trademark.
it. There you go. All right, so what's next on the agenda?
Okay, let's go straight into the news, and we can see what we got here. So, Talk of the Town is the name of the segment. And let's see. Everything's kind of boring this week, so...
It's boring, but there's a lot to talk about.
Oh, okay. So I'll start with this. Do you remember last week that I asked, what do you think about people announcing speed traps and DUI checkpoints
Right,
in
and I
the
thought it was a great idea.
And everybody here, except for Manny the narc, was like, yeah, no problem, whatever, you know. But Manny was like, I don't know. I hope he hears this. Anyway, it came out that somebody asked Chief Press this.
And I know the answer. I saw that answer, and it's a good answer.
What did he say?
He said, you know what? If it's going to make people slow down, I'm for it.
That's exactly what you said, right, Rafa?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. I mean, like, ultimately, what you want is for people to slow down.
Yeah.
You know? But so Chief Press was like, what's the difference? We give them a ticket or you tell them to slow down. It's going to do the same thing, you know?
Right. So I like the slowing down and not getting a ticket. I think it's a brilliant idea.
I think so, too.
I don't like the ticket part.
One step further. You're not too far from technology that reads the speed limit or know what speed limit area you're in and automatically
Throttle
speeds your car.
I know.
Pro or con, whether good or bad.
I personally...
Because I heard and that's a step forward, because I heard the idea of just put like a ticket machine in everybody's car that reads it whenever you go over. But no, this is, instead of that, just you're not even going to get a ticket. You're just going to slow the F down.
Your car just slows
I'm just going to slow you F down for you.
You know what? I'm not, like...
I don't want to control me.
It doesn't control you. It controls your car.
Right. I don't like that.
There are scenarios where you have to go over the speed limit, and I think it's a little too big brother, if you ask me.
Ooh.
Yep, I agree.
Even if it's like automatically, it doesn't know. It doesn't know. It's just
what if I'm in a super hurry emergency and now the car is telling me to go slow? No.
What if there's just like a little button you can push? Hey, I got an emergency. Take off my controls. Come on, you know, there's checks and balances.
Don't want it because they want to speed. I mean, that's the only reason people don't want it.
Yeah, but the whole reason of these speed traps are all these kids who are in high school who leave in the morning or come in the afternoon and they're freaking racing. That's the dangerous part. They're not going like 5-10 miles over the speed limit. They're going like 20. That's the difference. And everyone on these chats are like taking pictures and giving their license number, and you know, they shouldn't be speeding that fast.
So what if the speed limiter rated you at 20 over, you know, then it cut your speed?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Really?
Isn't 20 miles an hour over, like, intent to kill?
No, or reckless driving.
It's reckless driving,
yeah.
It's a much bigger ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I try to stay below like 10 to 5.
Yeah, but you had this. Well, let me go 10 miles. Well, then make the speed limit 10 miles. What is it? It's just like I just need to go 10 miles over what they tell me I need to go over.
It's psychological, Nick.
No matter, they just keep moving it. All right, we'll go over this one. Well, no, then I'm going to go 10 miles above that. Well, why?
It's to a point where it gets like too dangerous to go, you know, faster. I think that's when people would stop going 10 over.
All right, so whatever.
So that reminds me of that like high speed chase that happened on Saturday.
Okay. What happened there? Because I heard about something, then I didn't hear anything. So what happened? Did you find out?
I don't know why.
Do you know?
So let me
I have not
explain.
heard anything. I've
Key
been in a
Biscayne?
cave.
Yeah, let me explain the situation. Sometime on Saturday morning, I think it was.
Probably sleeping. Yes.
Yes, I woke up after the fact.
Me too.
Somebody in a pickup truck was chasing somebody in a Cadillac at high speeds, first down Fernwood, I think it was, and then onto Crandon. And they were chasing each other or racing. I don't know if they were racing.
I heard they were chasing.
Right. So they were like behind each other going like really fast.
Right.
I don't know what that means, but I guess on Fernwood, it's probably 20 over.
Right, exactly.
Did it say what kind of cars it was?
Yes,
Yeah,
it just said a pickup truck and a Cadillac. A pickup truck following a Cadillac. And they got pulled over on Crandon, and that was the end of that. I was hoping that one of you guys had heard this story.
I didn't hear.
What an unlikely pairing,
right?
I feel like
especially for
like
a chase.
I think it was like some kind of fight or something.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like a fight. Like some guy was trying to get his money back or something.
You didn't find it on the blotter or whatever?
Nobody mentioned it ever again. Chief Press said that they got the guy, and that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, they pulled them over.
Well, I'm glad no one was hurt, and everything's okay.
But talking about Cadillacs...
Uh-oh.
There's this guy who lives across the street from here.
Uh-oh.
And every once in a while, he's an old man, and he's an old Cadillac. Not that old, maybe like a 90s, or early 2000s Cadillac. It's big. Still when they made the big ones before they started making them like smaller, like BMW competitors. And
butt.
he has a backup tone on his Cadillac. So when I don't know why, he always kind of parks in the middle and then backs it into the into the
Space.
parking lot over there,
Uh-huh.
and it goes beep, beep, beep. I see him every
So
time.
it's
I'm
right
like,
outside your window is what you're saying?
yes, it's right here, and he goes. It's like he goes like 30 yards. Like he just parks it here, and then he goes into the lot there.
Maybe we can disable that
And
somehow.
I just love the idea of this guy was like, well, I'm gonna back up without looking anyway. I may as well put this sound on it so nobody gets hit.
That's nice. That's the same. But that wakes you up every morning? Like, what is it, like 8 a.m.?
I always think, is there a truck or something? And it's this dude in his Cadillac just cruising.
I didn't
Yeah,
know,
you're like,
I didn't know you
UPS
can
is here.
customize that.
That's funny.
I wonder if can you put anything on there, like change the soundtrack. So every time you back
you
up,
probably
have to
could.
back that ass up or something like that.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious.
Every time you go in reverse.
You're gonna wake up to something, you know. Girl, you
hilarious.
look good. Why don't you back that ass up? Oh, time to make the
Why don't
coffee.
Nick, you know how to change it on the Cadillac? Maybe you can do it for...
I don't. That's above me.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be a good idea.
That's funny.
Anyway.
Well, no, we don't know why they were chased. They did get him, and everything's cool. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
If they would have checked the chats, they might have seen that there was
Well, the chats didn't say
cops.
anything.
I'm just kidding.
Oh. All right.
And the chief wouldn't have had to ticket him. Okay.
Well, I think that's probably how he found him. Because the chat.
Because of the chats?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Probably.
Well, then they saved a life or something.
Yeah.
Did you happen to go to the sidewalk meeting that they had on?
Oh, okay.
Tuesday?
So
That's the next subject.
That's
Perfect.
what we
Thank
can
you,
talk
Nick.
about. So
No, I didn't.
New sidewalks are coming to the Key on the streets of Ridgewood, Glenridge, West Enid, and Westwood.
Right.
A bunch of neighbors. It's part of this Safe Routes to School initiative where I think the state is giving money to upgrade certain amounts of certain distances to schools, and they give you money so that you have sidewalks on all those on all these streets that are leading to the school. And so these streets have been singled out as needing new sidewalks, and so they advised all the residents who would get a sidewalk in their yard.
Some people aren't happy.
Of course, I wouldn't be. I'd be pissed.
Really? I think...
It sucks. It sucks for you if it's your house
Why?
because it's butt ugly.
It's just no, but you can make it pretty, and then
Well-
you can do a lot of trees and make it green. Because I don't want the reason is they have these beautiful trees right now. So fine, we move the trees, we do sidewalks, we do meandering, whatever. It doesn't have to be just straight, and you can make it pretty.
Yeah, I agree. I think one of the things that came up was, I know it's been an ongoing discussion, is the permeable versus impermeable
Sidewalks.
surfaces like driveway, sidewalks,
Yeah,
whatever it
that's
is. So it doesn't need to be, as long as it's a walkway, because it's I have the two kids that go there, and those roads are treacherous to go down, and we're changing our pattern. We moved from Grapetree over to by Harbor Drive, and so it's a different route for us now. But you can't. It's hard to avoid any one of those, no matter where you're coming from.
Agreed.
I'm
for it.
I saw the pictures in the chat. Look at these people in the middle of the street with these kids and their bikes and stuff like that. I was like, oh, please don't let it be a picture of me. We're
That's
definitely
funny.
one of those.
That's funny. Yeah, I think it's needed. I think these kids need a safe route to school. I mean, I think they could probably make it pretty, Rafa, and put some trees and make it meandering. And
I mean, I
not
still
straight.
think they should do it. I'm just saying, if I was one of the residents, I would, I don't know, I would try to hold off on it, I guess.
It's needed.
Well, when you have an opportunity to get some funding from somewhere else, that's going to,
Yeah.
from my understanding, it's going to go away if we don't use it.
Yeah,
and
I'd say we need to use
I
it.
think we spent a certain amount of it, so we might have to pay something back if we don't go forward with the project.
Use it, right? There's some.
So
trick
there's there's things like that where the timing may be good. I mean, if you're somebody that's looking at it as going to affect your property value, then timing's probably never going to be good for you. But that shouldn't be an issue. You should be doing it in a way where
I don't think
It at
it
least
affects
maintains
property values.
No
I
way.
think people say it does, but I don't think it does.
No way.
But I do. Okay, I'll give you a story, a bad one. It's not a good anecdote because it only affected one house. My parents. My parents had a house on West Heather Drive, and it had a kind of sloping up
driveway.
driveway. And so imagine it had a gradual slope like this,
Right.
and they put the sidewalk like straight, so it went from the ground
Oh, there was
straight
no-
and then up. And
Well, they didn't
so
do-
then when you come up with your
It
car,
was like
it goes.
you hit the bottom. Yeah.
Gosh.
So they didn't do that right then.
Well, I'm just saying it's just like one thing, but I mean, I get it. If we need sidewalks, people
Yeah.
are going to need sidewalks.
I think
I do wish the aesthetic of the sidewalks was different, but that's not really up for discussion right now.
And I wonder if it has to be concrete like that? Can it be a sidewalk that's a grassy sidewalk or like something else?
That would require...
That makes it look like a garden or something.
So that would require the Key to kind of invest time into thinking about how they want the streets to look. While this project is really not about that.
Right.
You know? You know, it'd be nice too. I was saying this to somebody else. On these old sidewalks, you can't power wash them. You can't get somebody to power wash the sidewalk like once every 5 years or something like that.
You could.
It would go a long way.
In Orlando, you're in charge of your sidewalk. And you have to power wash, like these little like neighborhoods, you have to power wash them yourself or you get fined. If you have a certain amount of space and the curb too.
How many fights does that cause between their neighbors?
You know what?
Like, can you imagine just power washing and you're just watching the guy power wash? Like, come on, man, just go a little bit further.
No. I'm doing my section only.
Does that mean you have to own a power washer?
Yes.
That's
my goodness.
That's kind of,
yeah.
That's a bit of a burden.
I know.
I mean, here on the Key, I don't think they'll fine you, but it's your responsibility to take care of the grass in the swale that you don't own.
Yep.
What's the truck that comes around with the sharpeners?
The nice
Sharpening?
guy?
Yeah.
The sharpener dude?
Yeah. Maybe you can come around with like a power washer.
And like do that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Public Works could do that. I mean,
that's another story.
Yeah.
That's another story for another day.
Clean up these sidewalks. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, clean aside the trash, the thing. There's someone posted also on the chat that the beach park, that they left all the garbage there. Someone had a big party yesterday.
Oh, really?
And they left a ton of garbage. And someone took a picture and posted it like, it was disgusting.
Of the garbage or the people?
The garbage. It was just left there. It was really bad. Like all around the garbage can, like all outside it, just disaster. I hope Public Works picked it up today. Hopefully.
You see, that would have been bad if it was of the people. Can you imagine that? That's shame. It's taking shaming to another level.
I know.
Who are these people?
I know.
I would love... Well, they should have gotten a picture of the people because you get a lot of that outrage on the chats. Mm-hmm. Do you guys know about the chat? Are you guys in the chats?
I'm in like one of them. I was just telling her about it. I'm in the I'm in the Frisbee chat, which is a pretty So yeah, I don't know. Are you still in that one, Rafa?
No.
Okay.
That's probably a fun one.
That one's pretty. That one is a lot of fun.
Well,
you know what?
Go.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm not in that one.
I can't. You know what? That's a good. I've never looked at all the different chats that I have based off. Well, this one's fun. Well, this one I hate to open.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, it's always outrage.
Is it the 4111?
This one's really going to be hit or miss no matter what, whatever I go into.
Is it the 4111 or the government one?
It's the government one. It's the KB for good. KB government one.
Oh my God.
And it means well. It means well, but it is a lot of
It's just a lot of outrage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's annoying.
All right, what else do we have there, Rafa? What else? It's getting dark in here. I can't even barely see you guys.
Do you want to turn on the light?
Nope. I want you to go on with your thing.
Okay, what else I got here? Oh, this one's for the pious. The St. Agnes Church is going for a $18 million expansion. They're going to tear down the old church and build a new one and a gym. And so this isn't finalized yet, but this is the word on the street anyway. It's an $18 million project. 10 of those million was raised, from what I understand, from a very small amount of people. So they had to raise 10 million before they even started thinking about this stuff. The Archdiocese of Miami is not interested in the project, from what I hear. This is all kind of like word of mouth because nothing's been announced. But these practitioners, I guess what you would call them, I don't know, part of the congregation, they are real keen on getting a new church. So they're putting down all the money. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. The church do need a new church. Our church is older.
But
and it gets crowded. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. I mean, you would have to, I guess you got to do the division of like who's using the church and all this stuff. But I don't know. I think about it and I'm like, is it like the worst church?
Did you ever see the church at Epiphany? The church at Epiphany?
It's just a lot of money to like throw down on like what I feel is a little capricious. I don't know.
No, it's not. We need a new church. The thing is old.
But $18 million?
Yeah, it's going to be a nice church.
Do you use the church?
You better go. I go to church not all the time.
A church goer?
But I am a church goer, and I had my first communion there, and so did
Then he starts getting real hot when she walks in there.
No, I did. I go on Christmas and Easter. I don't go every.
Do you do the confession at least when you go?
I do the
Yeah,
confession all the time.
Oh
But I don't go every
God.
Sunday like my aunt does. So, but people love it and it's great, and and I love going there and I love the little chapel. Actually, the chapel is my favorite place.
Here's the other thing.
I love that little place.
I get when you make like a new house that's got a lot of rooms, bathrooms, fixtures, details, and stuff like that.
Right.
But ultimately, a church is just a big open space, right?
No, but have you been to the Epiphany Church there in South Miami? It's beautiful, and it looks like a ship's hull. It's gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. And churches are usually really, really beautiful places.
I think that's what Rafa's point is, though. Why do they need to be such beautiful, elaborate
Yeah,
places?
exactly.
Just get
Well, you
together on the beach, make some prayers.
You
No,
mentioned
you
the
need a house of
gymnasium
worship.
too, right? So there's going to be
Yeah,
a gym
Yes.
built.
Yeah,
There
so
is
the school.
There is a school aspect
go.
to it. Yeah,
Okay,
remodeling
they're done
the
and
school.
done.
that seems very functional.
There you go.
I hope.
Rafa.
So. I don't know.
I know anyone who donated those $18 million is going straight beeline to heaven, boop. Right. They're in. You, Rafa?
Oh,
I don't think
man.
God cares about the size.
That's it? 18 million bucks?
Rafa, you might not be up.
Yeah.
I don't think God cares about the size of the church
It might take you a little longer.
that you built.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, I think it's a great idea. Good for them. Good.
Okay.
It wasn't me, by the way. I didn't donate that.
No, I know. I actually asked somebody who regularly attends the church, and they told me they weren't really sure about it. They did think
Oh, wow.
it was a little bit, but
Okay.
So I'm not just bringing it. I didn't want to be the one to make the criticism, but when I heard somebody else make it, I was like, okay. You go to church 3 times a week. You must have a strong opinion.
And they probably talk about it at church and stuff. They usually do it on Sunday.
Yeah.
They'll talk about it at the end.
Talk about what? Giving them $18 million to make
No,
a
they
bigger
were
church?
they were asking. They've been trying to get money for a while, so they've been talking about it at the end of they say their announcements and they talk about it.
I mean, I already thought it was a luxury that they have pads for the knees.
Oh my God, Rafa.
I've been to so many churches where there's no pads or no nothing.
It's like wood spikes.
Yeah, it's just a wood bar.
No, you need pads.
That's fine for everybody.
And all the hymnals, can't those be on an app already?
No.
The whole
that's an
point of
extra cost
kneeling is
also.
that you're
You're suffering.
You're
I get
suffering.
it. I know. That's the old Spanish way of thinking. No, it's fine. You're hilarious.
Now they're gonna have little lounge chairs there. I don't know. Maybe it'll bring me back into church.
You're so
Little
Maybe
glass
you'll go back.
Everybody gets a glass of wine.
There you go.
This brings me back. Ours were leather, and then we upgraded to velvet kneelers.
Pretty.
They were.
Nice.
Velvet.
Rafa
You got to
didn't
wear
go
a
to
short
any of
cut. Are you
those.
allowed to wear shorts to that church?
We had
I want to feel
we
the
had
velvet
skirts and
directly
knee
on the
socks,
knees.
so knees were very directly exposed.
Oh, funny. Rafa. Catholic church. Did
Little
you
cup
go-
holders.
Are you Catholic?
I mean, I was raised Catholic.
Okay. Well, me too.
No,
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't call myself Catholic.
Okay.
Not after all that business they got into. Oof.
Okay. That's a whole other 2 hours. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What everybody's been waiting for, guys. What everybody has been waiting for.
What? Which part?
Tell us.
The thrilling conclusion to the blacklisted at the yacht club
Oh my
story.
God! I was hoping you were going to bring this up. We heard the last one.
Okay.
We've been hypothesizing
And,
all day.
So-
yes, please.
So let me
Continue.
wait. I gotta
Okay.
summarize it for the people who
Do it.
didn't hear
Summarize
last
it,
year.
and then I'm
Real
going to give a
quick.
brief thing, and then it's over.
No. I've got my own summary. Don't worry.
Okay.
So, for the people who didn't hear, I told a story last week of someone who came up to me who was they told me they were applying to be a member of the yacht club, and because of a love triangle of past relationships, they were getting blacklisted by a person who was dating a person that they dated. So that person had made bad recommendations out there to not let this person, what do we call it? The inductee?
Right.
Or whatever. Into
The applicant, I think.
The applicant. The applicant.
The applicant.
Well, and then
And
this person said that they were really friendly with the committee that allows that was vetting the process and stuff like that. And then after this kind of thing played out, that the people wouldn't even talk to them, and it was just from there.
And the applicant is 100% incorrect. That's not what happened.
Okay, so I mentioned also on the last show that the applicant knew Lenny.
And I was like, who?
You said that,
And
Lenny.
it
knew,
was
yeah.
a big reveal for Lenny. She was like, what?
I didn't. Yeah, I was shocked
And
when I
so-
found out. And that's a totally false.
So apparently, the applicant has been going around town saying this story, but it has nothing to do with the thing, and
Yeah.
it's really a financial thing.
Right, exactly. So,
Well, that's not as fun.
like I said before, if there was if it was the story you said, I mean, I don't think a lot of people would be members of the yacht club. You never know what goes on over there.
Well, I asked this before, but I'm sure if it doesn't matter the reason. If you saw that Griff was trying to be a member and you saw his name on the board, you could be like, I don't like Griff.
There's some truth to that, but you can't just be like one person, and then there has to be a real reason, with like several members of something. It can't be just like me saying it. So that's not true. That's not how the process goes. It's the club is very honest. It's a great club to be in. I love being in it. It's awesome. So
I was curious because I just recently went through the process as well. Man, what are the chances of it? And I couldn't remember the last time I had to apply to something where there was maybe like a slight chance
that somebody saw your face up there.
Yeah, I think I've kept it pretty cool. I mean, family goes there and stuff like that. So you have to keep it cool over there a little bit.
And she was
And,
that person was wrong.
I'd have to put a wig on for the picture.
Oh, stop it! Everyone knows you're kidding me.
Nobody look at me on the board.
Stop.
Actually, where's the board right now that the club's not there?
Right when you walk in
Into the
into
tent?
the breezeway, to the left, right there. Yes. So you can check it out.
Yeah, I love looking at that board.
Yep, it's a great board.
And the delinquent board. That one's real fun,
No,
too.
that-
There's a delinquent board.
They don't
Oh,
do
yeah.
that anymore.
Really?
They stopped that for right now.
Oh
Thank
my
God.
goodness.
Yeah, if you hadn't paid your bill in whatever.
Oh, that
If
kind
you're
of
in the
delinquent.
rears, they
I
put
thought
your
you mean
name
like
up there.
acting like a delinquent, having too many drinks or something like that.
No, again,
that's
everyone
not-
would be on there.
Nick would have the leaderboard.
Come on. Anyway, yeah. So we just squashed that story of your friend, Rafa. That's not your friend.
No, I didn't say my friend.
Okay,
I said
good.
somebody told me this
Okay,
story.
good. Well,
At
that's-
Tumbo's, of all places.
Oh well, there you go. Tumbos.
Tumbos.
Hi.
Jeez.
I mean, I haven't been to Tumbos in a while. Wow, you were at Tumbos. You forgot to tell us that.
This is now like a month ago.
Okay, I missed Tumbos. It's been a while.
Griff dragged me out there. I didn't.
You should have called.
I made a bad move.
Just
Does somebody want to turn on that light? I think now is about that time.
So what else do we need to talk about?
We're sitting here in the dark.
It is totally
It's
dark.
pitch black.
I want to say I want to say that it's Wednesday, October 14th, 2019. This is the No One's Listening Show, episode 162. If you're just tuning in, I'm your host Rafa. I am here with Nick
Yay,
and
there's
Emily.
light.
It's her birthday. Happy birthday! And with Lenny.
Yes.
And I got a comment here from Roman, and he says the city does power wash the sidewalks.
Oh, good.
Well, they forgot sunrise. I'll tell you that much.
Who's Roman? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. They do. That's cool. I didn't know that. And why
Yeah.
am I not seeing anything?
So that's nice.
Weird. Oh shit.
Turn it down. Turn it down.
Sorry.
Okay, let's move on to I think maybe the little advisory. We don't have anything to say. So can you just turn down your volume, please, there,
Sorry.
Lenny?
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so this last thing over the weekend. Oh, sorry, it's not. Theo just called me out. It's not Wednesday. It's Monday. I have it written down as Wednesday, and I just read what it says on the card.
Well, this is probably the worst one that we're doing. We're like, what day is it? I'm putting on the voice.
On the other show,
Oh my god.
I got the wrong number for the episode number, and so I had to on the listing just skip an episode.
Oh
and
my
pretend
goodness.
it wasn't.
We're getting our things
Anyway,
together.
long story short, let me get into this thing that happened over the weekend. We get a text message. I think it was on Saturday, and said. Miami-Dade has issued a no contact with water advisory for marinas in Virginia, Key Biscayne, and Fisher Island.
Gross.
Miami-Dade's water and sewer department says a temporary electrical power outage at a treatment plant resulted in an overflow of chlorinated sewage. And said treated chlorinated sewage
Okay, I've seen this.
that went into the bay.
Yeah, I've seen the chlorinated sewage because I did like a walkthrough with them.
Okay.
And when he scooped it out with like a beaker, okay, he had gloves on. So, I mean, then I don't think we should swim in it. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of chlorine
But you said
in
it was clear, right?
It's clear, but you can kind of smell a little bit. But he had gloves on when he did it. So
It's just a buttload of,
still or
no,
something.
it's the buttload of chlorine is what it is.
Is that what it is?
It's like 6 times the amount in a swimming pool.
Okay, so
or
then
something
it's
like
so
that.
then it's not the poop that you're worried about. It's the chlorine that they're worried about.
I guess.
And 100,000 gallons of it, and the power outage. They don't have a freaking generator. I mean, there's no generator.
I just don't understand why a power outage means that it dumps stuff into the bay.
But doesn't it
I need
consistent? Isn't that the way we process our sewage? Is it goes into the bay anyways,
Yeah.
like 3 miles out or something like that? Isn't that?
I'm confused too about it.
There was
And
no more news
questions
about
need to be
it.
asked.
No, because they're talking about redoing it right now, and it was, do we still want to? Is this still the manner in which we want to dispose of our waste by just? I mean, I don't know if you were on the chat where you saw the picture of the pipe with the scuba divers.
Yeah, but that's not that pipe.
Okay, I don't.
That's
There's
not
no
that pipe.
reference
That was-
on what pipe that is, but
Yeah.
just, I mean, is that how we? Is that the end of that pipe? I mean, it was like,
right now, yeah, that's how it
yeah.
is.
So I think the discussion right now,
and it's
we
not
have
that big; it's smaller. But anyway,
It looks pretty. The one in the picture, these scuba divers were next to us, so they're giving you some reference.
Yeah,
And
but
I mean,
that
it was at least
wasn't-
3 feet in diameter.
Yeah, but it wasn't from here. That was a different one.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, but so the question is, do we still want to keep pumping it out into the bay, or do we want to do like
By
deep
20
well injections where
By
we're pumping it down
2025,
into?
by
into
2025,
aquifer?
they're supposed to be doing. This plant should be a deep well injection. That's what we're all. That's what it's the
And is
talk
that,
of the town.
I mean, obviously, who are the professionals that are talking about that? I mean, I just don't know. It sounds like there's not enough professionals on the forefront of the conversation, or communicating as frequently as the people who are just mostly opinion based.
Yes, that's for sure. I definitely agree with that. I would like to find out if this deep water injection thing is being used somewhere else, and for how long.
It is.
And how,
One in Homestead does it.
for how long have they been doing it?
Not that long.
Yeah, we were talking about this when this came up, Elena. I was like, what do people do that are landlocked? Where does their
like in
how do they
Iowa,
dispose?
what do they do with their waste?
Huh.
We have the option of putting it out to sea, but
It's
many
kind of funny.
people don't.
Like
Maybe
you live by the ocean your whole life. It's kind of funny to think some people don't.
Maybe it goes
live
into a
near it.
river.
I don't know. Or deep well inject. They probably do that there.
Doesn't it
Deep
feel like the whole world would just be polluted if that were the case?
No, because they treat it before it goes out there.
I don't know. My issue with it is it's so hard to get information about
Right.
what's happening. We were going out on the boat today and trying to figure out if there was a place we could go that this didn't affect, and there aren't really any maps, there aren't really any zones. There's all the articles are from a day ago, and there's a few apps, but they're not
They're sketchy.
Yeah, so I don't understand. There were tons of people swimming today.
Where, on
and
There was
base?
people. There was people in the sandbar. There was
On the
people
Bayside?
inside of No Name Harbor. Yeah.
we couldn't understand
They were-
if they just didn't know or if they didn't care. But I kind of lean towards didn't know because we didn't know except for the chat.
Yeah, and I don't mean, and that's the difference, like they're in the water. Meanwhile, I make one turn with the boat, like a little bit of water splashes up on us.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh god,
Yeah, I went
no
paddleboarding.
no contact.
I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac, but it honestly did kind of sting.
No, you made me nervous because you're like, oh yeah, and my legs are stinging now. I'm like, well, just touch my face.
I went paddleboarding yesterday in the Bayside, and I was worried, and I rinsed myself with water when I got back. So
The other thing is, like, I don't even have I tried to calculate this one time, and I think I failed. Is how much is 100,000 gallons of water compared to, I don't know, some kind of like a square mile of ocean,
right.
4 feet deep?
They
you
said
know?
it was a fifth of an Olympic swimming pool.
Yeah, I read that. Yep.
a fifth of an Olympic swimming pool.
It doesn't seem like that
That's
much,
nothing.
right?
I would have got in the
know.
water, no problem.
Right.
You're telling me that dumped out from over there, and
Yeah.
I'm scared to go in the water
Yeah.
here? Yeah, right. I'll gargle that stuff.
Because it's mixed in with the salt water anyway and stuff. I don't
especially
know.
if you're like even further down in a place where the water is moving constantly.
Yeah,
that
like
is
Elliott Key- or like
that's nothing. That's like if I don't know. That's like if I
Like if you're in Stiltsville, I think you're fine.
yeah,
Because that water's
Stiltsville.
flowing more.
That's really far. There's a lot of water between
I know.
between here and Virginia Key. It's way more than a fifth of a swimming pool.
So that's like one of the things she was looking for was a map. Like this thing has to travel with currents, I guess, right? Shouldn't you be able to?
I'm gonna make that calculation
I
for the
don't
next
know.
show, and I'll
Do
tell
it.
you.
Oh my God, if you do that, it'd be awesome.
We're talking, you're talking real technical and all that stuff, but look at what we're talking about. We're still pooping into the bay. Let's get real technical with it. But
Well,
hey,
don't worry because they
It's
figured out
treated
a
all our crap is still
solution.
going to the bay.
It's treated with.
They're gonna pump
Fine.
it down a tube under our drinking water.
Yes, under the aquifer.
Listen, Bill Gates. We need to talk to Bill Gates. He's
when
working
that
on a
leaks,
toilet.
it'll be we'll get the different advisory. Don't drink the water.
Yeah, well, I know it's an issue, and I know people are wondering, whatever.
Anyway,
I
more
don't know the answer
poop
for that.
over
We need
the-
experts, is what we need.
Nobody on the. It doesn't seem well. Actually, that's a lie. I think Council Member Petros has it on the agenda for tomorrow's council meeting to talk about the water issues, and that because honestly, nobody at the council is really talking about why do we have dirty beaches every other week, and what can they do? Is it runoff? Is it fertilizer? What is it? I don't know.
Yeah, they need to talk about it.
All right, and is that it? No, and the last thing, the library thing. You guys hear about the library?
I did hear about the library. It talks about expanding the library, redoing it.
Okay.
The key, the agreement with. It's interesting that they're figuring out. I guess because the one of the parties of the agreement has since passed away. Now they're trying to figure out who's got the rights to do something on it.
So the Key Biscayne Library was donated. The property was donated by the developer of Key Colony.
That was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, it was
what was it? The 80s? Everything coming.
80s.
Yeah. And
late 80s, early 90s.
And the actual library is the old sales office for Key Colony. And so what happened was they let Miami-Dade County have it for a library, and it says you must use it for a library, and if you use it for something else, then you don't, it's not yours anymore. And there's supposed to be an architectural revision board who oversees anything if Miami-Dade County wants to build something else, another library, but somebody has to approve it from this architectural... There has to be somebody to review it, right? Well, the company doesn't exist anymore that issued that contract. And so Miami-Dade wants to expand the library, and the Key wants to expand the library, and they're out there kind of figuring out how they're going to do it, and where the money's going to come from, and exactly what they're going to do. Everything's kind of up in the air and whatever. At the same time, the Key Colony condo board and everything, they got word of this because Miami-Dade is already looking to nullify the architectural review part of the process.
Okay. And some people say that we don't need a library.
And
I think we need a library.
I like the idea of a library.
Me too.
Uh-oh. We got a caller.
Uh-oh.
Hello, caller. What's your name? What's your business?
What's going on, guys? This is Manny calling, checking in.
Hi, Manny.
What's up, Manny?
We're talking live. We're here with Nick and Emily and Lenny.
All right. Is Nick in my chair?
No, Emily is.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
No, I was going to say it'd be cool. It's all right. Nick's cool. I like Nick.
She looks better than
Sorry,
I do, Manny.
Hey, you guys at the calendar yet?
Nope, but just about to get there.
Perfect, man. Well, I just want to make sure everybody knows about the haunted hike coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday night at Billbag State Park. 3rd annual haunted hike. It's from 5 to 10. At 5 o'clock, we're going to open up like a carnival type of setup. There's rides. There's like a shark that you can ride. There's a rock climbing wall, face painting, pumpkin patch, food. And then from 7 to 10 is the hike itself. So it's a $10 donation. You come through the hike. You get to walk through 2 times.
Ooh, I like that. We were just talking about that, Manny. I like that you did that.
Yep. So we're going to have like some junior policemen there making sure the kids, if you're a kid and you want to get a good chase that night, it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you like that chase, try to go in for that 3rd round. All right, man. I got to go.
Bye, Manny.
Later, Manny.
Bye.
Thank you,
We'll
Manny.
see you out there.
Cool.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, me and the kids are doing the station with Tom at the very end. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and that Saturday is actually Mila, my beautiful little girl's 10th birthday.
Ooh.
So we'll be there that night. Yeah, we're going to try and sneak a cake in there. Yeah. That's what she likes. She reads those scary books and she likes to freak herself out.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
understand
gonna be good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love it. I got to get all these lights. Remind me.
What? Oh,
I gotta
lights
get
for the
lights.
thing? You guys have something good planned?
Yeah, I have it really good.
Really?
Usually it's really good. Even
I know.
was it last year that you were the scary clown?
Sexy clown.
Sexy clown.
Sexy, scary clown.
Yeah, that was awesome, Rafa. That was good.
I don't know. I guess you can't spoil it, but
I can't tell you. No, it's a surprise.
Tell me off the air.
Yes.
Okay, so finally on just real quick on the library. So the Key Colony board is now going to sue Miami-Dade, and everybody's kind of mad at each other, even though nothing's going to happen. So we'll see what plays out with this library thing, but there's not really anything to argue about yet because it's all kind of up in the air.
Well, they always find something to argue about.
Yeah.
We, us.
Yeah, there's already people chiming in like, oh, what was the best comment? I love this comment. We got to build some kind of like, if we build them, the kids, like a library / hangout place, blah, 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 then the teens won't want to be out at night anymore.
Well, that's...
You are so naive.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I call the ones to like 8th grade. I think that can fly. They're just like at the community center. They go and they used to play like, ping pong and whatever. They do that.
Video games.
I think
stuff.
once they get to like 9th grade, like high schoolers is what they want. It doesn't. I don't know. I haven't seen it work. Honestly, teens don't want to be anywhere. They want
to do their own thing.
They want to do their own thing
without the adults.
Right, and the way to keep them busy and out of trouble is sports. Extracurricular activities, and then enough that they're so tired they don't even want to go out. That's how you really want to keep them out of trouble. That's the way to do it. That's what I learned, and that's how it works. I think a teen center is going to be a waste of money.
Yeah, the idea of trying to corral teenagers into a place when what they want to do is they want to talk to girls and be out and do the little teenage things.
What's the age group What's the age group that new that youth leadership? That initiative that I think the Village is doing it, right?
Yeah, I don't know the age group of that. I would think like maybe like 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, high school. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
But that's like youth council. Is that what you're talking about?
It's a new initiative at the Village. I think.
Ask them.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask the kids?
That's somebody brought that up in that conversation.
Ask
That
the
you're not
kids.
gonna build a place and it's like kids are gonna all these things. You're gonna make the library a little bit better. They're gonna start hanging out at the library on Friday nights. That's not how this works. It's amongst themselves. Like they need to get together and
talk about it.
Talk about it and figure out healthy things to do for themselves.
I agree.
Healthy-ish.
Agree.
Yeah.
So that's library talk. Okay, moving on.
Rafa would have been hanging out at the library if he was a kid for sure.
I don't know. One of the kids is calling me. Do we ever had kids on the phone? Can we treat them as a caller?
Library? No, Daddy.
Hey, if we built this library, would you go to it?
No.
I'd love
I want to go to the
opinion.
community center, play in the maze. Yeah.
They're little. They're little.
How old?
Yeah, I don't think
10
we're
is the
10.
oldest.
He was going to be 10.
Actually, my next door neighbor here was going to be on the show today, but she canceled. But she was telling me that she has like 2 daughters who are freshmen in high school, and she wanted to bring them on. And I was like, oh, that probably sounds horrible. But now that we're talking about it, they both live on. She has it's one daughter and then her friends, and they live on the Key, and they always have. And we could get their perspective.
Like, what would you do? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do?
Yeah, would you really want to hang out at the library?
Listen, we used to hang out at Sir Pizza.
Even if it was a cool library.
Kids hang out at CVS now. It gets a little gangy over there.
Yeah.
But Sir Pizza, that's where we used to hang out.
We had a place like that growing up, and I have to say we did utilize it. I also, grew up in New York, so it was cold half the year, so that's part of it. But I do a lot of work with teens and alcohol education, and it's kind of a misconception that everybody is drinking and kind of doing things like tucked away from adults. So I don't know. I think there's merit to it. And Gen Z is so interesting. They're such an interesting population. So I don't know. I'd love to get their thoughts.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
But wait. Okay. So what was it like, the place that you're talking about? What was it?
It was literally a church gymnasium. Yeah.
But when you're cold like that, that's
the problem. The weather down here is just too good. Kids are always outside.
It's a good point. It's different lifestyle. I'll give you that.
When we were, how old were we? This was that's the thing is, it was like a middle school, so it's not the same. Well, we were in middle school, and there was some high school kids in it, up to 16 years old. There was a youth group thing at the Presbyterian church, and they had arcades, and they had
things to do.
They had a half pipe, and they had they brought in those fat suit wrestling things, sumo wrestling fat suits and all this kind of stuff. And the cool thing was you could just kind of walk in and out on your own accord and do whatever you want. It was inside and outside.
Okay.
And it never felt, and it was ratty. It felt like you were it kind of felt like going to Churchill's. Have you guys ever been to Churchill's? It was gross like that. Like none of the rooms had been redone.
Yeah.
Everything felt kind of like being in a basement.
Which that's what kind of kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang out.
Exactly. So that was cool. And there, you know what? There was limited supervision. So it was, in that sense, it did give you that kind of freedom. But all the parents hated it because they thought that the guy running it was trying to like corrupt the kids or something.
Right. There needs to be a secular youth group sort of organization, I think. And maybe Key Biscayne has one, but it's just not people know about it. But there's a merit to having a place where students can go that isn't faith-based.
Yeah. I mean,
agreed.
It was faith-based and we didn't care that it was. But at the same time, I think what really made it work was the hands-off approach. So
right.
I don't know if
that makes sense.
I don't know if the parents now would ever advocate for any type of hands-off approach. Maybe they would. In all those rooms, in all like the community center, like ping pong room and stuff like that.
There's always one person.
There's always one person watching over.
But that's okay. You gotta have one person because some kids are out of control. The ping pong room.
Plus, that guy's also checking out remotes and things like that. I love to see kids in charge of that. Can I get your license, please?
Yes. Yeah. It's not like he's really watching them. He's just like making sure there's no chaos and things are working. And here's a ping pong ball and here's the paddles.
Man, I bet.
But I feel like that can only go to like 8th grade. Once ninth grader doesn't want to hang out there. I don't know. Like movies, they want to go to the movies. They want to go,
out and about, like, do things.
Go to Sir Pete's and have a pizza with their friends. Then they go to someone else's house. They go on the boat. I don't know. There's things that they do.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay, that's all we got here. We do have a little bit of calendar.
What's
the haunted hike? That's about
haunted
it.
Hike. We got that already. Haunted hike.
That's this weekend because you missed it.
That's the big one.
Lenny's gonna be there.
Yes.
Scaring everybody.
Nick's gonna be there too.
Nick's gonna be there scaring everybody.
Come say happy birthday to Mila.
Emily gonna be there scaring everybody.
I really hate scary stuff. Even if I'm the one who's scaring them.
Then you're not invited. You're welcome to come though.
Thank you.
There's the not so scary beginning part for little kids if you want to go to that part. And then there's a way out. So you don't have to go to the really scary part.
No, you just sit in the back and
it's
hang
fun.
out.
It is actually fun. And nothing else. I don't think there's anything else.
And I don't have anything else written down or anything like that. We're going to do the scavenger hunt sometime in early December, but I'll let you know soon when we have a definitive date for that.
And I know there's a yacht club party the following weekend after the haunted hike, the big Halloween party that you should go to, and you too. And it's carnival theme. So
cool.
It'll be
carnival
fun.
theme on Halloween?
Like scary carnival.
Oh, okay. Not like Brazilian carnival? Not like Carnival?
Creepy carnival, which to me is even worse because I hate clowns. So
when are they doing it? Because Halloween's on a Thursday.
They're doing it. No, they're doing that this weekend, the following weekend. Because then the third weekend, right?
They're doing it the weekend before Halloween?
Yeah. Why? What do you have? You have plans?
It's just you go to like a Halloween party, but then you're dressed up, and then you can't go out anywhere else.
It's the 26th.
It's not Halloween. It's not Halloween. You got to stay at the yacht
weekend
club all
before
night.
that,
It's the 26th.
People put
Halloween
two and two
falls
together.
on
Thursday.
Yeah, so it's the 26th on Saturday. It's the weekend before Halloween. It's perfect.
I don't know about that.
Rafa.
Let's go out on Thursday.
Maybe
Halloween.
Griff invites you.
Let's go out on Halloween. No,
Yeah.
Griff won't go that night because he has to dress up, and he doesn't do that.
He doesn't dress up?
He doesn't dress up. He doesn't do any of the yacht club fest.
Dress up stuff.
That's exactly when he will call me because he doesn't know where to go. He'll call me up. Oh man, the yacht club's doing something, and I don't like it.
I don't want to dress up.
If not, I have to call him. He's always there. Where are you?
Could I go as a pickle? Does that
Yes,
meet the
you're
carnival
allowed to
theme?
go as a
I think
pickle. You
pickles
can
and
go-
carnivals go together, right?
You and Emily come for sure. I'll be there with Tom.
The only costume I have is Ariana Grande.
Perfect.
So.
Done and done.
Jeez, what is Ariana Grande doing with a pickle?
What's the cost?
Doing with a giant pickle.
Perfect. I don't even have a costume, so we'll see. And actually, the day of the haunted hike on Saturday, I'm supposed to go to my friend Davina's birthday party.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's all the way in Pinecrest, and it's Moulin Rouge. You have to dress like Moulin Rouge. I don't even know. I don't know how I'm going to do both.
Jeez, all these themes.
I know.
Jeez, that's rough.
It is rough.
You got to dress up 3 weekends in a row.
I'm going to leave Tom alone on Saturday. Are you going Saturday or Friday?
You should never leave Tom alone.
I'm leaving him alone. I'm leaving my sister and my cousin with him, and I'm going.
Oh, even worse.
Good luck with that. Just kidding. He'll be perfect. All right, were we done?
Yeah, unless you guys have any other comments for us or anything you want to get
Thanks
off your
for
chest.
joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having
Nick
us.
and
It was a lot
Emily.
of fun.
Was.
Yeah.
No gripes about the key? None that we didn't cover?
No.
No, I choose to express myself differently than griping. Griping is too negative. Takes up too much energy. It's
does.
no good.
We
Let's
gotta
be
talk
positive.
about-
Let's be positive about
Yeah.
these things, Rafa.
All right.
Yeah, the beach better be nice next week, please.
I like it. Well,
Yeah.
that's the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in 2 weeks. I want to thank the panel for being here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.
And good night.
And we'll play you out with the little soundtrack that we got here. Hold on
Bye,
one
guys.
second. Goodbye.